So I thought I'd do a quick video just explaining a bit more about how accessibility access works for festivals. So when I bought my tickets for the festival as normal, afterwards I was able to go online to their website and apply for accessibility camping and parking. So what that means is that get a wristband when I get there, and that gives me access to the accessibility facilities. So there's things like extra portaloos, which are wheelchair access portaloos, dotted around arenas, and they normally have a steward or a staff member at them. So if you show your wristband, you can get into those. And there's viewing platforms as well. So if you're in a wheelchair, you can go up onto the viewing platform, and you're a bit higher than the rest of the crowd, so you can see what's happening. And also, like, anyone wearing the wristband is allowed to go up on those as long as there's room for them. So priority will be given to people who need to go up there, maybe if they need to have a seat, or if they have to bring their wheelchair or whatever. And also we go for the accessibility camping. So that's a campsite that's kind of cordoned off for people who have the passes for it. And we're also allowed to bring our cars in closer to where we camp. So normally at a festival, you might have to park your car up, and it's a bit of a trudge then through the entrance up to the campsite, and then you have to set up camp and so on. But we can bring the car right in beside us, and that means obviously if you have any problems moving your bits and pieces, you have them close to hand. Also, I like to keep my meds and stuff locked up in the car, so having the car nearby is essential for that. So to get the accessibility pass, most websites for the different festivals or gigs that you're going to will have an accessibility or disability page, and you just go on there and you read down through what their facilities are, what they can do for you. Some places are better set up for it than others, but yeah, it's great. It's a great thing to be able to do. It means that you have that little bit more security, knowing that there's that you have access to the toilets. The toilets be one of the main things for me, because I need to use the toilet quite a lot with MS. Is one of the things that I find awkward when I'm out and about, that I sometimes need to use a bathroom quite quickly. The viewing platforms we don't tend to use too much, because they can get quite busy. There can be quite a few people that have the wristbands, and we don't really need them. We're able to sit in the normal seating area or whatever. I don't have a walking aid or anything like that, so I'm luckily able to get around to most of the areas without any kind of hassle anyway. The car beside the camping is a godsend. Like, I don't think I'd be able to manage taking all my stuff over and back, even with help from other people and so on. It's quite a long walk. And also we get sort of a fast track through some of the queues or some of the gates, so that you don't have to walk as far or queue up for as long to get through. So things like that just make a difference. Like, it doesn't really it doesn't inconvenience anyone else, I would say, but it does make life easier for the people who need it. Also, the campsite has security on that little area that we're camped up in, and those guys tend to be great at helping you if you need help putting up your tent, or if you just be a bit nervous about going along. They're really helpful and give you, like, sort of a bit of help or a bit of advice about how to get from A to B and so on. So it just gets people are just a little bit aware of the fact you're wearing the wristband. You might need a little bit of help, and they accommodate that. If you're not camping, I believe you can there's also a disabled or an accessible car park, which is closer than the normal car park, so you can apply for that instead, so you don't have as far to walk if you're going in just for a day ticket. Or I think as well, people will just camp in the normal campsite if they want to be with their friends or whatever, and they don't want to be separate from them, but they can still get the wristband. It means they can go to the viewing platforms and they can use the other bits and pieces in the arena. So yeah, it's an option. I mean, I didn't know about it the first time I went to a festival. As time has gone on, I've learned a bit more around it. So I'd really encourage it. Like, if you are thinking of going somewhere, check out what's on the website, and hopefully you can get something that'll help you there.